Hey guys, how are you? I'm so happy to be here for now our official fourth class of the eighth class series of the Intro to Meditation midweek. I go ahead and allow you guys to take a couple of minutes to get yourselves in your preferred meditation position. Again, whether you would like to lay down or sit up if you're in a chair, wherever your aligned meditation position is today, make sure that you keep a straight spine. Just taking a moment to center in before we start. When your day's been go, 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 it takes a moment of some concentrated energy to allow your body to shift or to begin the shifting process into more of a parasympathetic state, a relaxed state. And I just put my babies to bed right after getting them dinner and then washed up, and so my body's, I can feel it in a very, very up pace beat. And so if you guys are in a similar position or situation, I'm going to take a couple of deep cleansing breaths with the intention to clear out anything that has previously taken place to this moment right now. I've got an incense that I'm going to be meditating with today. Some aromatherapy to assist myself to get into the moment with you guys. I suggest that if you are going to attempt to do something similar, you use a incense that is, make sure you know where the incense comes from and what is on it, because you don't want to sit there and take deep breaths of a chemical that may be harsh to your system. So be very aware of where you're acquiring, or if you're making them yourselves, that would be the best case scenario. So start to deepen your breaths as you accommodate yourselves into today's meditation position of your choice. Me, myself, I am propping myself up very slightly with a maxi blanket. Allows my sit bones to be raised over my knees. And for me, it honestly feels, it's just that it feels better. I'm still comfortable without it, but having that propping me up, it allows me to relax. I've noticed through practicing. And so I just use a slight raising of my hip bones, sit bones, with a maxi blanket. You don't have to have it, whatever it is that you are finding the position for you today. Just like I say, to make sure that your spine is as full and erect and tall as possible. If you're sitting up, make sure that you allow your chin to tuck just slightly down, elongating the top vertebrae so that you have that full strength spine, if you will, on an energetic level. And with those breaths, let's go ahead and start to deepen into the lower belly. Expanding the lower belly, expanding the chest, the lungs, all the way up to your crown. holding slightly at the top and releasing a big clearing sigh out of the mouth. And starting one more time, deep, slow inhale through the nose. Expanding even more than your last time. Holding slightly at the top, and one more exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Just letting go of any stagnant energy within the body. As we continue the slow, deep breaths. And gently releasing it this time through the mouth. And our goal today with our breath is to bring balance to the speed of inhale and the length of the exhale. Start by inhaling for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding at the top for 2, 1, 2, and exhaling out of the mouth for the same 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding for a slight moment and inhaling again. Holding at the top 2 seconds and exhaling out of the mouth. And do your best to continue that pattern, as today we are going to do what's called a Vipassana meditation. Now, Vipassana translates to love and kindness. So we're going to, in our meditation, invoke love and kindness. Those are vibrations, emotions, feelings that we can tune ourselves into by simply having that intention and focusing our energy into love and kindness. As we do that, we will ignite that vibration, that feeling. And when you're in the vibration of love and kindness, you are able to overcome many obstacles in your life. You are in a state where you cannot be feeding fear or anger or sadness. All of the lower vibrational emotions that we can carry, and many times carry without being aware of it. So it is important for us to make this type of meditation a consistent one, for you are truly fueling yourself, feeding yourselves when going into a state of true love and kindness. So as we're going to continue our breaths, slow, paced, and calm, we're going to ask for a mirror to be placed in front of us. Make sure that if, for whatever reason, your eyes were open, that you close them now and truly allow yourself to exercise your connection to your internal eye, or your third eye, or your sixth chakra. Right in between the eyebrows sits an energy center. And in that energy center is your pineal gland in the center of your brain. And this is a very important, very powerful gland that, when healthy, can create very vivid and accurate visuals for your internal self to see, if you will, life beyond this physical, first dimensional experience that we are constantly just seeing the external. So with your eyes closed, visualize that mirror in front of you, staring right back at you. And in that mirror, ask to be shown the version of yourself that you have had the most tension with. That version of yourself that has taken those actions in your life, those less than savory actions, or those actions that you may have even suppressed within your own subconscious. That part of yourself that doesn't always make the best decision for all of yourselves. And be very open as you are continuing your slow breathing. And remember, through these meditations, bring yourself into the observer position always. Not the controller or the thinker, but the observer. Holding back, holding off any judgment or wishing things to be different. For this practice in meditation, allow yourself to let go. And give yourself the opportunity to experience what that's like. To just observe what comes up during these practices. Having that version of yourself in front of you, and if some of you don't see anything or don't have a clear vision of who that may be, that's okay. Don't dwell on having to see in this moment. Like I stated, the third eye is something that does need at times some reconnection to, some uncluttering of. Many times in our life we see things, or for a better way of experience or expressing that, we have a lot of things we don't want to see from our childhood, maybe our own lineage, or the things that are taking place, traumas. And many of us will unconsciously but willingly want to shut ourselves to seeing the full spectrum of what's going on in front of us. And so at times we need to work internally to get those clearer visions, but they are for most individuals. You do and will have access to visions. It's just something that it can be a journey in our lives. So if you don't see yourself, feel for yourself. Asked to be connected to that version of yourself right now, and trust that that connection is happening as you are willing it so. And as you are in connection, whether through vision or feeling or just having to trust in this moment that you are connected to that version of yourself, notice what arises just from that initial connection. Notice if there's a rejection to that version of yourself. Notice if there's memories flooding in from the things that you may have taken action at that time in that energy. Times you may have hurt yourself or hurt others. Whatever that may be, we're going to take that emotion, we're going to take that connection, and we're going to connect to our heart in this moment. And it helps if you take your hands and place them over your heart in this moment. And just take the next 2 breaths into the hands, into your heart. Feel your heart get full as you take the inhales, and visualize it growing and harnessing kindness and love. In your mind, look down at your heart and notice what's going on as you're doing this practice. Continue to fill the heart with love and kindness with every breath, as if that fresh oxygen that you're taking in through your nose is igniting this growth of love and kindness in your heart. Put all of your attention, your feeling, the way it feels under your hands, looking down at your heart in your mind, breathing into the heart, all of your attention, your energy in this moment directly onto your heart. Notice if it's a specific color that you're seeing when you're looking at your heart or feeling a specific color. And as it fills to the very tip, till it feels like it's so full, it can't take any more, it's gonna blow. Repeat in your mind, I am love and I am kindness. I am love and I am kindness. And notice how you feel even when you state those words. Notice if there's any rejection to those words. Notice if you can really feel the love and kindness. If you can feel the warmth that it's protruding as it grows in your heart. One more time, I am love and I am kindness. And that full bubble of love and kindness, we're going to pull out of our hearts this full care package, if you will. And I want you to take that and place it into that mirror in front of you, into that version of you that you've had internal turmoil with. Could be your inner teenager. Could be you a couple of years ago. It could be that part of you that comes out every once in a while. That part of you that may have been neglected as a young child, or may have gone through those traumas and shifted that part of you's ability to truly be mindful of everyone and everything as it makes those decisions, those less than savory decisions. And that part of ourselves we want to heal We don't want to cut out. We don't want to sever. We just want to heal it. Just like one finger in your hand. If something happens to it, you don't just take it off, it affects the whole hand. Those parts within you, those versions of you, taking them out is not the answer. The answer comes into reconnecting and finding out what is going on with them, why they may act out at times, and it come out in your experiences. Let's take 2 deep breaths into this exchange of love and kindness. The key is to focus on your feeling. How does it feel to give that to that version of yourself? Can you strengthen that feeling of love, of acceptance, of kindness and forgiveness? And with the next exhale, I want you to make sure that all that was needed to be given to this version of yourself be given. Feel that transaction of energy finish. And start to deepen your breath as you become aware. And bring that feeling into your present space. Notice the sense in the room around you. Notice the feeling under your sit bones. Bring life to your toes and fingertips. Begin to shift your neck from side to side. And even swinging it around in a circle, very gently and compassionately. And when you are ready, bringing your palms to your eyes, start to flutter them open slightly within the palms, letting the light creep in slowly and gently back into the space. Thank you so much for joining me in this midweek meditation. I wish you all a beautiful night, and I will see you next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful one. Thank you. Namaste.